against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the Army, the Navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady.
Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Herbert now. And right side, Henry's got it. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. On second down, it's Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Jones, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Newton on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Colts! Darren Waller, 52 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The give is to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 72 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Seven, our score after 1. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. To throw is Newton. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They run it with Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Newton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Excellent anticipation again by Justin Simmons. Read the play the entire way. Career high 5 interceptions in 2020. A first-time Pro Bowler. I doubt it'll be his last.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to Mooney. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
To the air again, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. Pass incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we also have turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Newton's throw complete here to Waller. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Carson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Rolling to his right, going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
Touchdown! Darren Waller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 27, Herbert. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Touchdown, Colts! Chris Carson, 29 yards. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Herbert still here, hauled in by Cup. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there, who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Newton throwing again. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They snap it to Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Newton. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Newton. That's Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether You keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. A beautiful fake. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now an option play on second down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert sliding out of the pocket. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. First down and much more here for Jones. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Throwing, Herbert.
And that'll be incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Jones. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Newton to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.